Our next one, a little bit different, off the main track. We have Michael Reichman of Symphony Nova. Hi, Michael.
Thank you very much for having me.
Now you're going to have to explain why I said you're not, your typical entrepreneur.
Not your typical entrepreneur, I suppose. We're really in the business of helping train the next generation of musical entrepreneurs.
Wow.
Symphony Nova is primarily a training program for young musicians who are transitioning from their formal education in music school or conservatory into a professional career as a performing artist.
Right. So this is just as a performing artist, not as a music teacher, not to start.
This is primarily, yes, performers, people who receive performance degrees from places like New England Conservatory or the Boston Conservatory or Boston University, and music schools like that where they have really received a very strong education in the performance background. And what we do is we help them see all the opportunities that are available to them in today's dynamic marketplace that is the arts and entertainment industry. We as consumers are ingesting so much art and music than any other time in human history. And so I see that discrepancy and I think, well, geez, the answer isn't just, well, go get a job at Starbucks or go get a desk job and for some tech company. There's got to be a way to harness this insatiable demand that we as consumers have for music and the very intense and aggressive training that we receive in our formal education. But as I was saying earlier, music schools are filled to the brim. They're over capacity. They don't have the ability to necessarily address all of these needs. And so that's where something like Symphony Nova comes in, as this postgraduate type of program that can help musicians make that transition. And it involves a lot of different entrepreneurial training and skills that we hope we can provide them so that they will be able to flourish and have a meaningful career, not just for themselves that's artistically fulfilling, but also one that it can be financially rewarding.
So, Michael, do you have a process that you apply on for these people, these clients?
So we have a core set of values as an organization. We refer to them as the 3 C's: competition, collaboration, and creation. We feel that in order to bridge that gap,
and if they work, there's the 4th C, cash.
Yeah, exactly. We feel that what they need in order to address this discrepancy of our society consuming more music and dealing with the decreasing in traditional job opportunities is those 3 values: competition, collaboration, and creation. Competition, building a new set of skills that your other music colleagues may or may not have to give yourself an edge on what the marketplace needs in a musician and an entrepreneur. Collaboration would be working with people outside of the standard classical music industry. Conservatories and music schools, and might not be unique to them, but they're very insulated. And it is sometimes very difficult to find other connections outside of the immediate classical music and symphony orchestra community. And there are so many other possibilities in the world to have a meaningful career that we want to forge connections and partnerships for our musicians so that they can learn how to collaborate with people outside of their normal circle. And then creation is where the entrepreneurial part really comes in, because we want them to be creating. We want them to be starting things from scratch and making new performance ideas and productions. And this is something that you don't see